this is Pamela Schneider. I'm the retail editor for Blue Book Services, and I have Mary with me from United Fresh, and we are talking about BrandStorm coming up in a week. And BrandStorm was one of the last shows before everything shut down.
Yeah.
Excuse me. And we've got an it's actually, you've got even more people registered for it this year. So there's a lot of excitement building for BrandStorm. What's going to be new and different this year?
Yeah, Pamela, you're right. There's more people registered, and this is not a surprise to United. We've seen this with all of the virtual events that we've hosted since last year. And speaking of last year, yes, you and I were in your hometown of Austin, Texas last February at our last in-person BrandStorm. So this year, of course, new is that we're virtual, we're not in person. Exciting is that we do have 300 folks coming, and we're going to talk about some of the most pressing challenges that we've experienced as fresh produce marketers this year, because everything changed. Absolutely everything changed. Some of us pushed through with our innovations. Others really did a 360 and changed our whole marketing strategy. So we're going to be able to address all those topics and have those conversations next week.
And some of the things that we, just kind of reviewed before we got started talking is the changing, budgets for marketing. It's just one of the huge things that if you just think about it, everything changed, but it also switched online, virtual, in person. So we've got a couple of sessions keying in on shopper marketing, how to handle budgets, and then also some recent research.
Yeah, budgets. Definitely the biggest topic, and we have talked about this at BrandStorm every year. We always grapple with how to present that as a conversation. I think a lot of attendees just want us to tell you what your marketing formula should be, and this is how you build a marketing budget. But the fact of the matter is that's different for every company, as we all know. And so this year, because not only was it different before the pandemic, but so much has changed since the pandemic. You're right, moving on to virtual platforms with our trade shows this past year, that changes your budget and where you're investing significantly, but also what's happening with where consumers are getting their food. So not just your trade marketing budget, but your consumer marketing budget and your shopper marketing budget has changed because you're investing in new technologies that retailers have brought online. You're investing in new platforms where consumers are finding food, and you need to be able to communicate everywhere. So how does that all fix? And you can't look back at 2020 and say, we'll replicate this budget and go forward. And you can't look back at 2019 and say that either. So at this point, it's all forward looking. And we're going to talk about how to do that with a little bit of flexibility so that we are prepared for the next couple quarters this year.
All right, well, when does it get started? And should people be setting up their profiles or anything like that? What's going on with the platform?
I love that you asked that about profiles. I would suggest you take a look at your LinkedIn, because I have seen that that is where most people are finding each other right now. Certainly part of this digital transition that we're all going through. But we really created a simplified platform for BrandStorm this year. There'll be one web page where you will go and you will find the links to all of the Zoom sessions. You'll find the attendee list, the sponsors, the speakers. You'll be able to leave us some feedback if you want, which I love feedback, so please do. But if you're going to connect with anyone, especially the folks you meet in all of these Zoom sessions, find them on LinkedIn. So if you're preparing for BrandStorm, amp up that LinkedIn profile, make sure it's up to date, and make sure people can find you.
All right, well, I'm looking forward to it. And again, it starts which day?
Oh, sorry, you did ask that. So we are going to meet Monday afternoon, the 8th, for our networking kickoff, but then the programming starts on Tuesday, the 9th.
All right, see you then.
Thanks, Pamela. Bye.
Bye.